My name is Tom Hulton. I'm Director of International Relations for IMEX, the worldwide trade exhibition based in England, but we exhibit in Frankfurt, Germany, and in October this year we'll also be in Las Vegas for the first time. If you go to a trade show, and there are many trade shows around the world, and the objective of a trade show is to meet the clients, the buyers. And so you have to, the most important thing, I believe, is to do the research, do the marketing before the show and after the show. And if you do that and go to the show and really follow up and do all of this, then it can be an extremely good, well, in fact, one of the best return on investments for that money when you go to the trade show. It costs a lot of money to go to a trade show, and that is from the travel, be it air or coach or car. When you get there, it's the accommodation. Then it's no good being at the trade show and thinking the trade show on that day ends at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. It doesn't. You then have to meet with the clients and entertain them, talk to them, get to know them, and that is how business relationships develop. It's not something that happens overnight. You've got to work at it. Work over days, nights, months, and years. But the dividend is there. It will pay off. And that's where you see the real return on investment from these trade shows. I talk about IMEX, which is the trade show in Frankfurt, which is one of the leading trade shows in the world, together with EIBTM, which is in Barcelona, both equally very good shows. You can't afford to go to all these shows because people just do not have the budgets. So you have to be really selective, do your homework, find out which of the trade shows suits your budget and your target market. Because these trade shows differ slightly in the type of business buyer they attract. So really do the homework, do the pre and post marketing, and then a trade show can be extremely valuable to the development of your business. I think the importance of cultural understanding is critical for our industry, indeed for any industry. From government through to industry, to understand the different cultures of people, how we should interact with them, understand where they are coming from, how to react to them, is very important in coming to or arriving at the correct decision, correct strategy. So I would urge anybody to really make. It's a very interesting subject. Make this a point of trying to understand and study the development of different cultures in different countries and different regions. We've had a few difficult years with the economy, with all sorts of things, but from the various studies, from the various research that has been done, Future Watch, carried out by MPI, Meetings Professional International, all indications for 2011 are encouraging. And we're going to see a resurgence, a coming back of corporate incentive meetings. Association meetings are more stable, more consistent because of the nature of these meetings. So I'm confident and optimistic about the future, certainly for this year. And let's build on this year and prepare ourselves for next year, certainly in Gdansk for 2012, for the European Cup, and build on that. And there's no reason why Gdansk can't really go from strength to strength, given the attraction of many of its buildings, its city, its development of the hotels, and the people here who are very good, very professional. So I'm optimistic about the future for Gdansk in particular. This is my first visit to Gdansk, and before I came here I did read about it because never having come here before, I realized it was the solidarity movement where major events took place, and this was a number of years ago. And so I came here really not expecting, or I didn't know what to expect. And I think when I arrived, I went for a brief tour around the city, and what I was impressed with was some of the buildings that have now been reconstructed, built again, following the devastation of Gdansk many years ago. So it's a city that's really risen from the ashes, risen from the ruins, and that has impressed me enormously. And some of the old parts of the city are very beautiful, extremely beautiful, and are something that Gdansk should really be very proud of.